Oh my gosh, you guys, this is how serious it is. I'm still in my work uniform. This episode of Hunter x Hunter, episode 135, this person and this moment. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I have never bawled so hard until I saw this episode. Oh my goodness, I was not ready. This episode was so freaking sad. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen like that. Damn, they know how to pull at your heartstrings. This episode, pretty much, I believe it was the finale to this arc. And, oh my god, I was not ready. It makes my heart hurt just thinking about this episode because it was so sad. But, literally, Gahhhhh, as we know, finally came to his human-like senses, and all he wanted, the only thing that he wanted was to see Komugi for pretty much one last time, because he knew that he was dying. Because as him, Yuppie, and Poof were all poisoned by the bomb, and we saw Poof. Poof was like laid out on the ground, which I just wanted. This sounds horrible, but I really just wanted Poof to get killed by somebody or something. Hope more. Either Killua or Gahhhhh, but the fact that Poof was literally just like laid out on the ground, dead, and his wings got ripped off by the wind, and it was pretty gruesome. But this episode, oh my god, Palm, she just made me want to cry before any of the most interesting stuff even happened. Palm, like, she could tell that, like, Gahhhh's his resolve for just literally just wanting to be with Komugi, which was so sweet and so sad at the same time. But god, this episode, oh my goodness, I was not ready. So Palm revealed Komugi's hideout to Gahhhhh, and he went to go find her, and Palm was crying because she said that she broke her promise with Killua, and pretty much in exchange for Palm telling Gahhhhh where Komugi was, she had to be able to watch them like be together until he died. So, just, this episode, so freaking sad. Gahhhhh and Komugi literally played shogi until they died. And Gahhhhh, they were like playing, and Gahhhhh was like, I have still yet to beat you. And Komugi's like, oh, we're just getting started, blah, blah, blah. And then he tells her, like, he tells her what his name is. And she still refuses to address him as an equal. She still addresses him as Gahhhhh-sama, which it's still so sweet, but it's so sad. And Gahhhhh admits to her that he doesn't have very much time left, that he's going to die. And being around him, the poison is contagious, so the longer she's around him, the more likely it is that she's going to die as well. And Komugi said that she just wants to be with him. I was like, oh, that's so sad. I feel like such a girl watching this episode. It's just like, oh, it's like love. That is like the deepest form of love that anybody can have for somebody else, is to want to die with them, I believe. But that's just my personal opinion. So literally they played until Gahhhhh, he started saying that he was tired. Like, first he would make sure that Komugi was there. And he, like, every time he would address her, he'd be like, Komugi, are you still there? And she'd be like, of course, blah, blah, blah. And then Gahhhhh, like, he eventually started feeling the final effects of the poison. And he said that he wanted to take a nap and that he would wake up soon, and would she just hold his hand and be there when he wake up? And she was like, oh. And then at the very end she was like, well, I'll be joining you soon. And then it was just like, no, oh my goodness, I was not ready for this episode. I feel myself tearing up. This episode, if you did not feel any type of emotion watching this episode, you have no heart or soul. Oh my god, this episode was so freaking sad. My voice just broke. But, this episode, it hurt my heart watching this episode. But this episode was so Awesome that I know that since it's like 11 o'clock here that most of y'all have probably already seen this episode, but if you have not seen it, go watch it now. Like, I mean right now. This episode was freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, this is probably my favorite episode in all of Hunter x Hunter. Every episode that I've seen of Hunter x Hunter, this is probably my favorite because this episode was just so freaking amazing. Like, this was more epic than Netero and Meruem's fight, is more epic than anything I've seen so far in Hunter x Hunter. And it didn't even have to have any fight scenes because this episode was just so freaking awesome. So, yeah, I'm so sad now, but I'm so looking forward to seeing how things turn out now. But, as always, I would love to hear what you guys think is going to be happening coming up soon. But please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.